Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of September 1st through the 6th. It's Rena here. Oh my gosh, I've started this video, I can't even count how many times. But in any case, this is a reading for the first week in September. I can't believe it that we're here. And it's very interesting because the central theme is the Eight of Pentacles, and the sun is in the house of career, the 10th house, for the first few weeks of the month. So it's really in alignment with what's happening astrologically. I'm a Sag too, so we're all in this together. And this is the Druidcraft deck, in case you're interested. I will be following this reading with pulling a card from the Energy Oracle deck. So the Eight of Pentacles is a card that connects with working hard at your craft. For some people, this is becoming some kind of an artisan, or you know, you're in training to be able to do something, you know. So you may be in some kind of, maybe you're an apprentice to somebody where you're learning from somebody else. Sometimes this can be you teaching somebody else certain skills. However, you may just be like in this mode of wanting to do your best, of being like in love with your work for whatever reason. And it can also confer financial prosperity, because number 8 is number of power. In most of the decks that I have used, the Strength card in the Major Arcana is connected to number 8. And it is a number of worldly power and wealth. Okay, so to get the Eight of Pentacles as a central theme shows that we Sagittarians are going into September, you know, full on, and we want that material blessing. For whatever reason, we may have our own goals, and that's why we want it, but we want it. There's no question. In the past position, we have the Eight of Swords, which is a stark contrast. You can see that this person feels like they are a prisoner. They can't move. This is self-imposed, however. And the person has a blindfold on. So that kind of indicates the denial of the situation. For some Sagittarians, you may have been in a relationship or even like another job where, and you know, I guess it's possible that it is this same job, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. The point being that you may have realized how much not having financial security has kept you down, because it is a form of freedom, and it forces you to stay somewhere you don't want to be if you don't have it. So if you were, let's say you were in an unhappy marriage and yet you were not working, maybe you were taking care of the children or just working part-time, and you didn't have to work per se, but you realize that that wasn't necessarily good because now you're in a position where you want to leave and you can't. So the Eight of Pentacles is really about just knuckling down and just wanting to, you know, being kind of driven in that sense of having the financial wherewithal to be able to do what you want to do. But I think that you will be successful at it, so that's good. So maybe the Eight of Swords energy is from a long time ago, and that's what led you to a particular training, and you felt like, I need to bone up on my skills. I don't have enough to offer, so I'm going to go into this program or that program, and it's all good because the Eight of Swords is in the past position. Now, what is kind of interesting, so we have the Eight of Swords, which is kind of like thought. Now we have the Five of Pentacles, which is, we could look at it as dollars and cents, but it could still be the way that your attitude, but there's more of a tangibility factor. In other words, there might be actual proof that you're right to worry. So the Five of Pentacles can be somebody who isn't working, someone who is feeling a lack of material resources right now. I think of this as the poverty consciousness, the lack consciousness card, because sometimes it's in the person's head. Maybe they always feel this way. If you think of people who are misers, they could have a lot of money and they don't have the mindset that they're ever satisfied with how much money they have. They could be downright fear-based. So the two cards that are flanking that Eight of Pentacles are kind of negative mentalities. And with the Five of Pentacles, there may be some reason on the tangible level why you would feel that way. Maybe you are in between jobs, and the Eight of Pentacles is where you want to be. Maybe you are training for something, but in the meantime, you're still feeling those fears. Sometimes, though, the Five of Pentacles is that you're turning away from God and you're a little bit too materialistic. And I don't mean, when I say materialistic, that you're greedy or that you are just a shopaholic. It could just be that your energy is too invested in the material side of life, instead of saying, you know, I've done all I can today to advance my material concerns, and now I'm leaving it up to God, and I'm going to meditate for a half hour or something. It's like just being obsessed with that area. And even Sagittarians, who are known to be very positive because we're ruled by Jupiter and we tend to have that optimistic attitude, that's what makes the chart the chart. You might have lots of planets in the 12th house. You might have, you know, inner planets that are more like worrywart types of influences and things like that. So every Sag is not going to be the same. Or you may have had a childhood where you came from that. And that's what I want to just impress upon you too with both of these cards. That if you come from any environment where there was lack, that naturally sets you up to feel a lack of security in your base chakra, the first chakra, which is just survival. And that can lead to all kinds of things, you know, dysfunctions as adults, hoarding, miserly behavior, you know, fear-based actions, which those two behaviors are fear-based, where people think there's never, you know, there might not be enough in the future. So this can definitely impact how you go through life, Sag, and it is something to look at. You know, Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sag, is in the 12th house. 12th house can be past lives, and now Jupiter's direct. So in the last 2 full months when Jupiter is in Scorpio, and that's our 12th house, that's a good time, Sag, to really make use of any spiritual practices, any contacts that you make with people, because the 12th house is karmic and past life oriented, and there may be some definite reasons why you are feeling the way you're feeling, and that have nothing to do with what you've experienced in this lifetime even. And you may be able to be blessed through the association with somebody who can help you to kind of like rid the ghosts of the past. Speaking of the past, what's coming in is represented by the Six of Cups. Now you notice how she is looking out the window. It's funny that she's got a cup in her hand, and she's watching children play. This is actually a really cool depiction of the Six of Cups. Look at the expression on her face. Would you call that sad? Would you call it happy? I don't know. I think it's kind of a an expression, like a pensive expression, where she's deep in thought and she's looking at those children. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of the past. It can be your childhood. It can be your children, if you have children. But I really associate it with the past. I mean, there could even be like a past life love that you're thinking about, maybe even like a high school sweetheart. It could be more recent past than thousands of years ago. And you're thinking back, and maybe you're like reminiscing in your mind, and like, what, you know, what's happened to this person? Where are they? Are they going to be, you know, are they in my life and stuff like that? Or will they ever come back into my life? And the other thing too I want to say about this is that on August 26th, we had a full moon in Pisces. And for Sagittarius, this is the 4th house of home and family. So full moons can bring things to awareness. They can also create endings. So it's also associated with the mother. So it's really about maybe connecting the dots sometimes and seeing how the past has influenced you now. It's interesting that that Six of Cups is right below the Eight of Swords, because you may realize where some of those self-defeating patterns, the self-limiting beliefs are coming from. And it could be coming from the past. And that full moon could have brought things to the surface to be dealt with. You know, bringing things to the surface does not mean, oh, crap, oh my God, oh, I didn't want to think about this, and then you shove it back under the rug. It's bringing it up, putting it in front of your face and saying, what are you going to do about this? Because with the Five of Pentacles, it could be keeping you from, it could be stealing your joy, first and foremost. But if you're trying, you know, if you're on the job and you're trying to do a new job, you could be even feeling insecurity that you're not going to do a good enough job. And the fears of lack and of, you know, maybe negative self-talk could be getting in the way of you actually doing what you want to do. And that's the terrible thing about it, is that when you're trying to get ahead and you still allow negative self-talk into your state of consciousness, that can talk you out of the very thing that you want more than anything in this world. So it's very important not to listen to any messages from yourself that are not full of love and acceptance. The outcome is the King of Swords. King of Swords can be associated with even like a judge if you're in some kind of a legal case that needs resolution. And in terms of personal relationships, this could be like a mature air sign, Gemini, your opposite sign, Libra or Aquarius. It can even be a factor in your makeup right now where you have resolved to become totally detached from a particular situation. So with that Six of Cups energy, you may feel like this tied to the past that you don't want to have. You feel that you have to break away from the past. And even though you're idealizing the past, you know that that is just seductive and that it's not really going to lead you anywhere. So you might be very driven to adopting this frame of mind. But, yeah, I mean, this can also relate to, if this Eight of Pentacles situation is a new job, you might have a boss that is going to be fair and is going to, give you like a fair shot. They're not going to judge you. You don't have to be insecure that they're going to, be like breathing down your neck. You're probably your own worst enemy sometimes, if you're like the Eight of Swords or the Five of Pentacles. And you might be dealing with somebody who really does try to be fair at all times. So, very interesting. Now let's pick a card from the Energy Oracle deck. And let's see if that kind of gives any further clarification. Interesting. I got the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Let's read from the booklet. Spiritual connections, intuition, and inspiration. The beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God, oh, that's great because we're fire signs, wears a brilliant crystal crown, vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your 7th energy center, which is called the crown chakra and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free-flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness. So allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from Spirit is great, and whether it's the presence of an ascended master, a powerful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend or family member in spirit, their love and willingness to assist is always there. They even open you to the Akashic Records, or Alaya consciousness, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you will find that your own spirits and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. And I'm just going to read the affirmation that they used for this particular reading. My 7th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. Love and inspiration from Spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. All right. Well, I can't add to that. It's wonderful. And Sag, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, the link to my online store is below. Have a great month, or week. Start to the month is what I should have said. And hopefully you can have a sense of, being on a mission. I think with this Eight of Pentacles, like, knowing exactly what you want to accomplish. And that can be very good. Okay, take care.